spider sense is going crazy.
Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload.
Hey, what up everybody? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video. And right now I want to talk to you guys about Spider-Man, of course, right? But this Spider-Man is different. It isn't the red and blue and black traditional Spider-Man. I mean, it has the same color scheme, but it's flipped and it's inspired from two things. One, the Spider-Man animated series, whenever he has a spider sense, it'll invert really quick and you'll see the black on the red and the eyes will go from a white to a lime or volt green. I didn't do that because, again, this was also inspired from something else, mainly from the comic book, and I thought this cover was super dope when I saw it, and I was like, damn, I gotta make that version of Spider-Man with the cell shading style that's on the cover. Seeing that Hasbro has some cell shaded figures they're releasing in the X-Men line, I figured it would look cool if you had Spider-Man along those. But again, it's not exact. I think the back was a little more troublesome because I didn't have any inspiration to look at. I just had to kind of freehand it. So to me, it doesn't look as good as the front does. But I do love the emblem. I think the emblem is really saturated and looks pretty even as far as the legs go on each side. Same with the front logo. I think the front logo is pretty impressive. And I only say that because painting red over black is a pain in the butt. You'll have to go over the lines a few times in order to get it to that bright red. Otherwise, it'll look kind of dull over the black body. And so that was kind of the issue too, painting all these webs and trying to make them symmetrical and as clean as possible and as saturated as possible, because with black webs it's so much easier to just paint one black line. With red webs you got to do 2 or 3 sometimes to get it to pop. If you haven't noticed yet, this is the Superior Octopus body. So it has no ab crunch, but it has a really good diaphragm joint. Butterfly joints work really well. The paint is all the way in there, so you can move it freely. Same with the shoulders, same with the back of the butterfly joints, painted in. Not too much paint, but you can move it around freely. You get the bicep swivel, of course, double jointed elbows that work okay enough. You guys know that the Superior Octopus is probably one of my favorite bodies to work on because those butterfly joints work so smoothly. Double jointed knees, boot swivel, ankle pivot and hinge, and that's pretty much it. But you can pose this thing in any way you want. I try to say feel free to pose these figures because the point of a figure is to make sure it looks like it's in an action pose, right? Hence the word action figures. I know, so common sense, but there are guys out there who make customs and you are not able to move them. For the first time, I'll tell you a story. I made someone a custom and he sent it back to me because he had some paint rub issues. Fortunately for me though, it wasn't nothing I did. It was him scratching it off himself purposely, and I told him just send it back to me, we'll fix it, and I did, and hopefully he's happy with that. But anyway, you can move this around is pretty much what I'm saying without any issues. Of course there'll be some type of paint rubbing in certain areas, but I try my best to eliminate it. That way you guys can have a good time playing with it. Here's another custom that I made a while back that I wasn't able to show you. The Uptown Miles suit from the PS4-5 Miles Morales video game, and it's just a play off the same red and black suit that we got from Hasbro. All I did was paint gold. I took care of the shoulder area and the butterfly joints so you can move them without any paint rubbing, but and the same thing with the torso area. But everything else was pretty simple. I didn't touch any of the black. I just wiped off all the red and repainted it with a shade of goldish yellow to kind of resemble the Uptown suit. It's as close as it can get without adding those triangles that are in the suit, but I think it's cool. One of my favorite ones also is the Invisible Miles that I was able to get from a trade. Shout out to you, brother. But I think all 3 of these look cool. Only one of them is a custom, which is the yellow one, and the rest of them, the other 2 are obviously Hasbro products. They're all Hasbro products. I just added paint on it, so that it just shows that Hasbro can give us a Miles, the Uptown suit, if they just repainted the black one, and we can have that. I don't know if they will, but if they did, would you buy it? Because I would. I'd buy 2 of them. But all 3 of these look good together, and even without the Uptown Miles suit, I like the red and black traditional Miles. The body's super dope. It's different. It's a new body, new sculpt, and I think it looks cool. The invisible one looks even cooler to me, honestly. I don't know why. I don't like translucent figures so much these days, but I like it. Now this is a simple repaint, but again, to eliminate paint rub, I had to make sure that the moving parts had enough room to add more paint. So I worked on the shoulders, on the butterfly joints, and in this ab crunch area. I even added 2 little web lines at the very top that Hasbro didn't put on because it felt like there was a gap in between those 2 lines. Everything does work well. It's hard to move the arms up. Even on the original figure, it doesn't go up too much. I think it looks cool. I don't know, something about the gold and black pops and it catches my eye every time I look at it. And I thought when I had it on my shelf with figures that it looked really cool. So I would like Hasbro to give us one of these. Sold this one a while back. Same thing with the Spider Sense Spider-Man. I sold that a while back. A lot of you guys ask me, where do I sell my customs? And usually people will email me or hit me up on Instagram and ask me to make customs for them. And we call those things commissions. So if you want a commission, you can contact me in either Instagram or my email. My email is always at the end of the video, so you should check that out. Wait to the end to get to the email. Or also sometimes I'll just randomly make figures and I'll hold on to them for a while because I like them. But when I have so many of them, I'll decide to get rid of a few of them. Right now I have probably like 4 or 5 customs if anyone's interested. But that's how you can reach me. I hope you guys like this review. It's been a while. I'm going to try to do things a little more professionally in the future. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If you like it, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what do you think about these 2 Spider-Man. And for sure, subscribe if you want to see more content. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.